same level as us. And y'all won. That's why we pissed. Period. Like I don't know what to tell you, dog. You can go and believe that shit right now. Y'all at the bottom of the damn NFC South.
Yeah, we ain't finna argue.
Come on now.
Listen, we done beat y'all nigga four times in a row, and now you in the chat box. You don't
Like,
sit your bitch
like
ass
it
down.
took y'all chipping in the field goal, dog. Like if we had just a competent defense, we blow y'all out. Just
Like we
we'll be honest
always
with
do. But yeah, what's up with your land?
What's going on? What's going on?
Man,
you.
shit, we out
Good.
here thugging. And listen, I was finna say something, but my nigga needs to go ahead and cook up. So, Land, how you feeling about this shit in totality?
Uh, Very discouraged about the defense. Offense is great. Defense is bad. I think that's the easiest way to sum it up. Um, Lord forbid the day that the defense, well, the offense play bad. So I don't even want to know what happens because it's bound to happen. We can't be great every game. I want to brace people for that. We ain't gonna be great every game, bro. We
I
might go
feel
from great to good. You know what I'm saying? And that's a recipe for disaster for this team if the defense still playing at the level it's on. But it sucks though, man, because I couldn't even be too happy about Washington losing last night when we got the issues that we got. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
Washington took a L, and I'm over here like, I don't even know how to feel about it. Like I'm supposed to be happy, but you can't. But one thing I'll say real quick is like it looked like everything we thought we knew, we didn't know nothing. Like the NFL letting us know that we know nothing. We thought Buffalo was that team, and they done lost two in a row. We
mm-hmm,
thought Chicago was bad, and they done won three in a row.
mm-hmm.
Like we don't know anything, bro. Like that's what it let us know. Like I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones, but it remind me of the little wilding chick that Jon Snow used to go with. She used to be like, "You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You
We
know
know
nothing.
nothing. We literally know nothing."
Yeah, we don't know shit. But I do know that Eberflus is a hoe. And I do know that his at this point,
Yikes.
at this point,
That's been confirmed.
at this point, his mama know that too. So I need Eberflus to not be a hoe this upcoming game. When your head coach makes suggestions and your players make suggestions, because the way it sounded like this a hard headed ass nigga. Because Shotty got up there and said, "Listen, He basically got up there, motherfucker, and said, "Hey, man, we already went into this man defensive room, and we done had a talk about, hey, we will tear that shit up. You running right there. We will do this and do this and do this. We already know that Trey done said something to this nigga. He already done got suggestions from his one of the star players and his head coach, and he's still out that hole doing stupid shit. So back to your point, Lou, that nigga do move like Brian Schottenheimer ain't his boss, and I'm curious to know if we're in another Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore situation.
We are. We definitely are. We're moving like bro. For a former head coach, for you to go get demoted, like this is the key thing that everybody know. When a coach is going back, he gets fired from his job, and he's going back. You know what I'm saying? He's working right under somebody after being the boss. The key thing to know if he gonna succeed or not, he gotta have some humility. And I'm not seeing any type of humility from Eberflus. So this is a giant red flag, and it's a trigger Shotty. This is why I'm pissed at Shotty. Like you over here talking all that shit. Like he Trayvon Diggs, because the whole defense right now, they some quiet ass lost souls, and everybody want to get on Diggs, but he the only one that actually care about you motherfuckers in this chat. Keep it up being with you. Everybody else is fucking quiet. Donovan Wilson better not open his damn mouth at all. That C on his chest is only purely for show. You feel me? He the only one that went knocking on Eberflus's door and said, "Hey, Eberflus, I don't know if you actually, you know what I'm saying, look at the film of us last year and the year before, how a D coordinator is supposed to be when he's inheriting a new roster. But hey, this is what we do well, and can we incorporate this more?" And he did. This should have triggered Shotty to when McCarthy was here, and McCarthy was, you know what I'm saying, and him and Dak went knocking on the door, like, say, "Hey, McCarthy, can we open up this office just a little bit more?" That should have triggered him. And then McCarthy the very next year, went back to it,
I
regressed.
about to say what McCarthy do though. McCarthy was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He ain't
Yeah,
acting like he got it all figured out. So
Yeah,
that's the difference between a stubborn coach.
you're right, and Eberflus is a stubborn coach, but that's the issue though, because when Mike McCarthy, you know, was visited upon by the ghosts of good football past in the form of Dak Prescott and CD Lamb, he had already killed his op. It took him a long time. There was a stubborn op who had to get out here, but he finally had whacked Kellen Moore by then. But at that point though, the first 3 years when there was shit going wrong, like it was like he would talk to Kellen Moore, the shit would smooth out for a little bit, and then right back to the Kellen Moore bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that so that's the kind of dynamic I think is going on right now. Cause listen, like Matt Eberflus is just feels like a Jones hire. I don't have any way to prove this shit. I'm like the nigga off of Dexter that was looking at the boy sideways. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know something off with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I can't prove it, but he feels like very much so like a Jones hire because he fits all the bills, man. This motherfucker was a former coordinator here before. He had a prior relationship with the Joneses and their front office, and he had no real interactions, with our boy Brian Schottenheimer. So he feels like a Jones ass hire. And the same way that Kellen Moore was running around this bitch doing what the fuck he wanted to, being empowered because he know he could not be whacked. I feel that's the same shit that's going on with Matt Eberflus, unfortunately. And until the front office fully empowered Shotty, if he wanted to make that call, let's ask a general question. If Brian Schottenheimer wanted to fire Matt Eberflus right the fuck now, could he do it?
No.
Land?
Don't seem like that's the case, sir. I'm sorry. Don't
Alright,
seem like it.
so that it's back to the original point.
But hey,
It took
the
3
thing about
years.
this, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And you are the head coach. You should know how to play these corporate games. You've been in this NFL thing for 30 fucking years. You should know how you can fire somebody without firing somebody, and you can definitely do that. There is more than one. There is a way to do this. Go back in time. Call up McCarthy. I would call up McCarthy right now. Hell, they said he helped your ass get this job.
He did.
No,
He
there's a
did say
way
that.
you can do this,
That
dog.
Mike helped
There's a
him.
way. You know what I'm saying? That you can empower.
Mike a
Find
real one, bro.
the way.
Mike a real one though, for real. Like I can tell you, like he could have slimed him out. You know what I'm saying? Mike said,
Mhm.
"Nah, he a good dude. I give him my cosign."
Hmm. I like Mike, man. I really do like Mike McCarthy.
Did we go
For
12
sure.
that year? Or that year that
Which
what
one?
Kellen Moore?
We
Was
went.
that the first year?
No, the first year was the 2020 season. We don't talk about that year. We don't talk about the
I'm talking about
2020
that now.
season because we being honest, this is like the 2020 season because Dak Prescott was on pace to throw for over 6,000 yards before he got hurt, and he was 1-3 in the 4 games that he started because the defense was so bad. You know what I mean? So this really reminds me of the 2020 season. You know what I'm saying? And it was a bad defensive coordinator. It was a great offense. You had weapons everywhere because Amari Cooper was there. We just had drafted CD Lamb. Michael Gallup was, coming off of a 1,000-yard season the year prior. So, like you had great, you had great offensive talent and offensive scheme at first because folks hadn't caught on to Kellen Moore baby back bullshit just yet. But yeah, dog, it's too similar for comfort. And Royal said, "What's good, Cowboy bro? I'm another Cowboys content creators. Will just stop by showing me some love, bro. I do. Hey, next time you do a show or a video, I'll go like it, man. Salute to
Mhm.
Royals Cowboy, man.
Salute. And people's asking like what can he do? What can he learn from McCarthy? I mean, look, for Shotty, this is the game. He gonna have to get. I know he want to stay pure and everything like that. But you gonna have to get dirty. That's the one thing McCarthy did. You
Y'all
gotta
be
get
y'all
dirty.
be talking like this man ain't win a ring, bro. Like I don't know, man.
No,
I'll
I'm saying
let
like
y'all
McCarthy
have
got
that.
dirty.
This man got a lot of things he can learn from Mike. To be honest with you, especially how to play the Joneses. Mike did that shit
That's what I'm
dope as
saying.
hell. He just didn't give up. He just left with a little bit of his dignity. Like the Joneses gonna strip you of all that shit. They gonna make you be the most humble person in the world. You gonna be a unsolid. They gonna cut your testicles off and make you the most humble dude. in the world. Like Mike said, nah, I'm gonna let y'all do most of it, but I ain't going all the way out. And I
He got
promise
one
you,
ball left.
yes, I promise you, I believe that's the only way he gonna even be a candidate for a coaching job next year. If he would have played it all the way like the Joneses wanted to, because I'm telling you, nobody prospers when they leave here. The Cowboys and the mainstream media, they do your name so dirty that they make it unattractive for anybody else to deal with you. Anybody.
Well, Kellen
Yeah.
Moore
So
prospered a little bit.
I mean, he had to go
yeah,
some support
he
there.
left first though. He
Yeah.
left first. He went to the
The Chargers.
Chargers and
Chargers.
then cleaned his name off a little bit.
Yeah, went
Yeah,
to the
and
Chargers, and
that was
he
pure luck. Him going to Philly, like nobody want to admit it. Sirianni is just he's sorry as a damn coach, and he can't coach nobody. Like you know what I'm saying? He can. Sirianni's roster is saving him over there, and you know what I'm saying. They needed somebody with a competent offensive mind. They called Kellen Moore. You know what I'm saying, and it worked. You feel me? But like what I'm saying, what he can learn from McCarthy is like what you're saying, play that dirty game. Like we was playing, you talking about Game of Thrones, bro? Hey, I called Shotty as Tyrion Lannister, dog. You got to be the ugly side of Tyrion Lannister, bro. You got to go and play this ugly game, bro. Because if Eberflus ain't listening to you, then guess what? You gotta rattle the Joneses to relay your message. The point is the message getting across.
I had Bengals versus Steelers Thursday night. I need the Bengals to go ahead and lose one more game so they can just go ahead and free Trey Hendrickson.
Man, they should go on do that now. I don't know why they playing with their misery. They ain't
I
finna
ain't
win
gonna
nothing
lie
this
to
week.
y'all. I wanna ask y'all that question.
What?
Uh I know the answer, but I'ma ask it anyway. Just to piss us off a little bit.
Okay.
You know
What
you're gonna do
make
that
us
early.
what yeah, hell yeah. What make us think we buyers though?
Shit,
What make us think we buyers?
our fandom.
What make us think we're buyers? Um,
Yeah.
Cause we're the team. Cause we talk about
Bro,
the
we just as
Bengals.
bad as a lot of them other things. Well, for record wise, I think what the answer that I was expecting to say was the caliber offense we got. That's what I think most people was gonna
yeah,
feel like. That's why you feel good about this team doing anything. But if you look at the defense, just as good as I feel about the offense, I feel that equivalent of bad about the defense. Like no cap.
So that
So
what happened
it's
to him.
hard to feel good.
All right. So you said his back went out. Okay. So that was the injury he suffered. How bad is his back?
yeah. Like I'm sorry, I need some legit. When people on a trade block, bro, you know what I'm saying? Saquon, was his hamstring was hurt for a long time, dog, until he went to Philly. As soon as he crossed the border, it was all healthy again. But I think the reason why we should be buyers, I'm like, I think,
I ain't saying we shouldn't, Lou. Remember the question, because I feel like we should too. I'm asking why do we feel like we buyers? That's
oh,
a
why do we
different
feel like we
question.
buyers? Oh, because you
Yeah.
okay? 2 words, three. Dak, damn, Prescott. That's that should be your only reason. I say that to every fucking fan. Your quarter, and I don't know how many times I keep telling people, your quarterback is 32 years old, balling out of his mind right now. There, fuck the future for everyone who's thinking about it. Fuck the future. I'm not even thinking about the future right now. You can call me irresponsible all you want, but I can keep giving you facts. You acting like we finna find another quarterback when it was hard to find. It was luck while we got these right back to back. So I'm trying to maximize what we got, and it can be fixed. I'm not going to sit here and say that this cannot be fixed. And I'm not Cowboy Nation. I'm not going to listen to y'all. One week we win, let's buy. The next week we lose,
It's
let's buy.
over with.
I was telling you about the holes on this motherfucking roster since goddamn preseason.
We
I
were.
told you Blue wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
I told you that this defense, you trading Micah was gonna be a huge hole in this fucking team. I told you that we was telling you that Eberflus is a passive ass coach. Why
Yes.
are we mad that everything's now just coming to pass? We was telling you since two months ago to add to this goddamn roster. You think I'm gonna stop now because of the losses that's coming? It's coming? No.
Lou, one of my sayings that I started using because it feel like people be forgetting. I said, don't forget about the off season, in season. Because we be
Mm-hmm.
forgetting about what we did in the off season and then be like, why we bad or why we can't do this? Nigga, did you remember your off season? Like, did you see these goofy people that they brought in here? Like the only good move, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was starving. I ain't gonna lie. When you're starving, saltine crackers and sardines is good.
No,
So when they
good.
gave me Jordan Pickens, I was like, thank God. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little guilty because that's just the wide receiver in me. But we knew we had other issues. We was looking at it like, hey, team 40 burger.
Hmm.
That's what I looked at it like. Like it looked like we gonna have to put up 40 points, bro.
And 40 points ain't even been enough.
It ain't been enough. We knew, bro. How long we been saying, man, get Donovan
I mean,
Wilson
Lou,
and Malik Cook up out of here?
do you know
How
how
long we
do you
been
know how
saying this,
old this
dog?
is? Do you know how old this graphic is? Like this is a graphic I showed when we first hired Matt Eberflus. Like I went and crunched the numbers and shit. Look at the nigga blitz percentage. 30th, 27th, 31st, 29th. And y'all and niggas are like surprised, like he ain't blitzing. He ain't never blitzed. We warned y'all niggas about this shit when that nigga came here. Like, hey, they gonna play a bunch of zone. He gonna rush 4. At the time, we were like, hey, the nigga got Micah and they just drafted drafted a defensive end. That shit might work. You got rid of Micah and you threw everybody up into different roles, and you got cornerbacks playing unhealthy. Cause Trayvon Diggs came back months ahead of schedule. The run Bland came back after missing time last year. Then he got dinged up. Matter of fact, listen, the run Bland is playing with 2 bad feet, nigga.
Hmm.
This nigga ain't got a good foot. You know how they say get on your good foot? He ain't got a good foot no more.
Ain't that James Brown? Get on
Good
your
foot.
good foot.
Yeah.
He can't even do it.
He ain't
And he
do
When
it.
do it.
that song come on, he gonna sit in the corner. It's
Man,
crazy.
10 toes down. He can't even do that,
He was
man.
10
He ain't
toes
got no
down the
healing.
strange. So we got Diggs. Dog, they took a part of a different part of his body, turned like they took cartilage from one part of his body, formed it and shaped it, and put that shit in that nigga knee because he ain't had no cartilage no more. And he out that bitch early trying to make plays and shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like Diggs ain't 100%, Bland ain't 100%, and you playing them out of their comfort zone, and they ain't got no pass rush in front of them. You know what I'm saying? The linebackers ain't playing good. Donovan Wilson ain't never played well. He had that one season where I vouched for that nigga, and he ain't played good since then. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like this defense is bad. You know what I'm saying? And really, if I'm being a
They
thousand
gotta
with y'all,
come out to that song I said real quick.
which one?
ACL nigga. Them boy, wow. ACL.
Boy,
Go ahead.
everything bad. Nah, everything bad. And the sad part about it, because Diggs and them are coming off an injury, they might not even be good until next year. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. Like we were hoping that them niggas were Wolverine and they regenerate quick. Them niggas might just be regular humans and are putting their body on the line for their homeboys and their families so they can stay in the league. But them niggas probably ain't gonna beat themselves until next year when you coming off of injuries like that, dog. Same thing with Overshawn. I'm glad you brought Overshawn up. This nigga coming back from tearing everything. He tore his ACL, MCL, PCL, and we act like this nigga finna save the fucking world.
A B C
Exactly.
D E F G. You might as well just keep naming letters because he told all on.
He told
It's
Exactly.
crazy.
everything.
That's why everyone I want to buy. We ain't no goddamn sellers. This is what the fuck they sold us when this is what they said. They packaged up to them season ticket holders and said we finna contend this year. Over here relying
We
on
Injured niggas.
after giving away your best player and saying that, like, oh, we finna figure it out. We can scheme up pressure and
I gotta
cover.
ask you something though, Lou, because it sounds like it's going against your theory. Actually,
But
you saying buy, but they sold everything. Like buying one thing or two might still have you the 31st defense in the league.
and then
Cause
Bob
like I
Wilson.
honestly God, like I feel like we'll be better with a dope pass rusher, but how much better I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Let me plead my case. I think the main problem with your defense is motherfuckers come here and get comfortable. They're not threatened by you at all. We are not like amplifying or speeding up anybody's clock. That's when everyone comes here, regardless of quarterback. They are doing DAC numbers. They are comfortable. We just seen Caleb Williams when he gets rattled just a little bit, he'll overthrow. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a pass rusher can definitely help. Now look, it may not take just one move. Shit, make another move. Like you said, we were rich. I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna goddamn help. Some motherfucking rookies. Well, that's the problem what we got right now. We over here trying to plug and play and rely on rookies to come save our holy Cowboys. Why are we asking for that right now? Why are we continue to do that? We not finna hit. I'm not. I don't want to be pessimistic, but we are not finna hit another gold mine in the draft like that again.
The 2016 fucked them up.
And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not for drafting an edge. That is, first of all, whenever the Cowboys try to draft a need, they bust every time. Every time. So and defensive end is a growing need. I already told it over and over again. I got my haircut this week. It was a lady there. She said she do hair. She did hair for Clowney. All throughout Clowney's, he was saying how this is his last year. He was telling her that this is his last year. We got somebody
He
who
looked like it too. He
he
looked
looked like
like
it.
it too.
And you look at the defensive end room filled with 1 year contracts. I ain't looking to draft no goddamn body because they're gonna try to draft somebody and ask them to be Micah. No, you go buy that. Go buy Max Crosby.
Or
Go
do
buy
both.
Trey Hendrickson.
Cause
I'm
cause
not
listen,
waiting for you to do that.
cause
You ain't gonna
listen,
solve this problem with some goddamn rookies. You need
cause
to go buy.
cause listen, you're right, but you still gonna have to draft somebody.
You can still draft
So
somebody.
do both.
Yeah,
Just
you
do
can do
both.
both. We ain't
So
gotta be limited. But I'm not gonna ask you to draft a kid because this is the main thing y'all keep falling for, Cowboy Nation. The whole reason why the draft picks are valuable to them because we got to understand what the Cowboys are in the business for. They're not in the business for basketball. They're not in the business for football. They're not in the business to sell tickets. They're in the business to sell hope, and that's what them draft picks be selling. Hope.
I was also gonna say they cheap.
Yeah, and they cheap. It's cheap hope.
Yeah, because listen, if you crunch the numbers, if you get a rookie edge rusher on a first round contract, you get the 4 years, you get the fifth year option, and then you have the ability to tag them. And even with all that shit, it still will be cheaper than what they paid Micah. It would have been cheaper than what they gave up for Trey Hendrickson. It would have been cheaper for all like the top edge contracts. And that's really how them niggas are looking at this shit. I'm not saying that I agree with it, but that is their mind frame right now.
I mean, see, and they may look at it like that, but I don't even trust them looking at it like that because we had a player who outperformed a rookie goddamn. We played this nigga one goddamn contract and said he was too expensive.
So
We
Micah,
would have draft another rookie behind there. We got to pray he ball out, but don't ball out too crazy, or he gonna be gone too. I'm praying with Pickens right now. Like I want to spare the hell out of Pickens, but we got people already pushing talking about why don't we trade Pickens right? What the fuck are you talking about trading Pickens right now?
yeah, them folks. I don't understand that stupid
Out
shit.
your goddamn mind. Everybody want to be. This is what I'm saying. Y'all been fucking. Like I need y'all to get out of this sheep mentality, bro. Y'all been fed this fake ass fucking reality from Steven. Everybody want to be playing my GM on Madden and shit. Everybody want to be budget. Everybody want to be accountants and shit. It's not my job to manage a goddamn budget, bro. It's my job to fan and tell you how to fucking win.
Facts. We ain't greedy enough, Lou. I'm with y'all on that. We
So I'm
ain't
saying,
greedy
like,
enough.
scared money don't make no goddamn money. Steven ain't gonna never win it. He ain't gonna never be his goddamn daddy because he a whole bitch in the mentality of it. You over here being passive with this money, you ain't gonna ever win shit because you ain't
I
trying
ain't
to win
gonna lie,
shit.
Lou. I'ma say this. Maybe, just maybe, when Jerry get called home, when his number get called, maybe Steven will feel like, okay, I can't live under my pops no more. I need to make my own legacy. He might get aggressive then. Who knows? But
The
we'll
only
have to wait
one,
and see.
the only one to see Steven is the epitome of why I do what I do because Steven don't move unless the money is mad. And see, Steven wants to do as least work as possible. Unless we mad, that's when he want to move. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I don't trust him because we got to forget, bro. When we lost Jimmy Johnson and we got Barry Switzer, and the one move that took us over the hump for the last time that we ever seen in the Super Bowl was over at the time, literally overpaying Deion Sanders, and the one person in the room that hemmed up his own daddy from paying that money was Steven. And I think that is him. That would be him forever. That would be him to when he get called home to glory.
Mm-mm. I don't doubt it. You are who you are at some point, but we still got to talk about. Even if they don't do it, we still got to float the ideas around of, you know, who was available, what where they at, what we need to do to try to get the motherfuckers in here. Cause there's gonna be a lot of movement before the trade deadline. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like 3 weeks away or some shit like that. Like the fourth is like 3 weeks away. So they saying that the Jags have called around for help on defense. We know that the 49ers lost Nick Bosa for the season, so they looking at edges. A whole bunch of people are looking at Arden Key, Bradley Chubb, and Kingsley Ignagbare. The Giants, hey, shout out to the West. He said that shit. He said they've been looking for wide receiver help. They are. And salute to my boy Queso with the 10 piece. He said the defenders are dumb. For the past 5 years, we are the only team where multiple players every game don't know where to line up. Quinn worked the defense was simple, and they still blew coverages at times. Yep,
Yeah.
they are who they are. But this the
This is
thing.
what this is why I get impatient with Cowboy Nation. This is predictable. We knew the fire sale teams, and the one thing I know that the Cowboys love is excuses, and now they got a bunch of them. So we gotta just get angrier so they can outbid these people. So I'm not taking no excuses of why they're not walking home with something from the grocery store. I don't care if it was Black Friday.
And and listen, Lou, there's a middle ground to this shit. Like you don't even have to trade your first round picks to do half of this shit.
Exactly.
You can keep your funky ass first round picks. You ain't drafted. I told LandLord, them niggas ain't drafted a good second round pick player since Trayvon Diggs, and half the nation hate that nigga right now anyway. So just spend your second round pick on somebody. You ain't got a third, so spend your fourth. You love spending your fourth
You
round pick
like
on shit.
you like to risk them second round picks anyway, trying to be cheap to find the first round talent. That's what
Exactly.
they
Exactly.
usually do, but it
Hmm.
don't work out. So you might as well gamble that second.
Yep, real shit. Cause they do like nigga. Was anybody? Let's keep it a bean. Was anybody really scouting Marshawn Nealon right like that before we drafted his ass?
Hell nah, I was kind of mad we drafted him.
Lou
I ain't
was
know.
Nope.
I wasn't looking at Donovan Izaraku either, to be honest. I
I
liked the
thought he was gonna
pick
be
after
gone.
I looked at him, but I'm talking about like I didn't think that was a need. I felt like it was future. And if you think about it, bro, they was preparing for this Micah shit already. What you
Yep.
they
drafting
did.
all these hands for?
And
They
that's why
went
I don't want
back
them
to
drafting. Because whenever they get the drafting, they always thinking like, "Oh, how can we get cheaper?" Like what I'm saying. Everybody, like the enemy of the Cowboys, the enemy of the front office is everybody who's paid. Osa
mm,
replacement is gonna get drafted soon. Diggs replacement, they tried that. They went even like y'all over here empowering these draft picks. These guys drafted somebody who they knew was gonna be out half the goddamn season just to be replace Diggs or sell you on that shit. And they was
mm-hmm.
Hold
gonna run
on,
his
Lou.
ass out there.
Even bigger op of the Cowboys, other than the veterans that need to get paid or the big contract players, is their success. They draft success is their biggest enemy because they feel like they can duplicate that shit over and over and over, and they think that that shit just gonna work out. Like Hen said, 2016, you can say 2016 and the CD Lamb draft and the
2020.
2020 draft, bro. You got two superstars. I know Trey ain't playing up to that caliber right now, but you got two superstars out of that draft. I feel like I pulled the ice coming out of that draft.
Hmm.
No lie. And we had two players that made all pros out of one draft. Like that level of success is what's killing us. Then you got players like Turpin that come and be a great
UFL.
player out of the UFL. Like you got stuff like
Brandon
that,
Aubrey.
which makes us which makes us feeling like we can keep doing this shit.
Yeah. Like we could keep going to UFA. We hit on the kicker and the kick returner, and we got people. I'll never forget when I was watching. I think it was DallasCowboys.com, and somebody was like, "Why don't we just go get a D tackle from the UFL?" I'm like, "Huh?"
I ain't gonna hold you. My nigga was playing in the UFL at
Yeah, I
one
mean he
point
was there for but they
for
talking
a
about
cup of
getting
coffee.
like another Cavante Turpin. I'm like, you, huh?
Like yeah, they tweaking. Real quick, salute to down south Cowboy with the 9.99 for your mind. He said, fellas, this defense not hold on, let me this defense not new. It's a lot of players, only two players on this defense who will start on another team. Clark and Overshown. Been terrible at safety for years and terrible at linebacker for years. I think my nigga's trying to convey. I'll say this, like our all pro corners aren't playing like all pros, but there's a lot of mitigating circumstances around this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't playing the coverages that made them all pros to begin with. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing the coverages. They're not getting any pass rush to help them, and they're both coming back from injury. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna give them a pass because if you play and bad film is out there, then what people hold you to. They don't see the injuries that people had. They just see the name on the back of the jersey. So I understand it, but at the same time, like I am trying to be rational when I divvy out blame. Like them niggas is not playing to their standard, but they're also playing hurt and playing in a new defensive scheme that they don't really like. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with
Okay, let me ask you. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead,
Yeah, I
brother.
don't think they playing that bad. I think that's a.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
think
was
they.
just about to ask you when Rebel come back, who the fuck he gonna replace? Cause he might replace somebody while y'all playing.
Ready,
Oh, and if
red.
they do
They,
that,
they, they
and
gonna
that's how we know.
they gonna
That's when
kick
you should
Bland
know.
inside. They gonna kick Bland because Rebel can only play on the outside. So they gonna kick Bland on the inside. They gonna have Diggs out there, and then they have Rebel. But my thing is, I think Red and Red they did all right as a slot corner.
Me
You know,
too.
I
I think
like Reddy
I like
Red.
Reddy.
I
I
like him.
like Reddy.
I think
That ain't
call it
Reddy Red
Red
either.
Stewart. Red
I like
Stewart.
Reddy Stewart.
He
Yeah.
said
I
Reddy
like Red
Red.
Red too, because that's my nigga.
Reddy Red. That could be.
Oh shit, he one of our supporters, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit, Elam the fuck down. I ain't gonna lie, because everybody been getting
Elam was
smoked.
already down.
Reddy Red, original trap member, man. Salute to him.
Salute to Red Red. I ain't seen him in a minute. I hope he's alright.
He said Elam. Nah, Elam can rotate like Elam the new booth.
Yeah, Elam already on the bench. They already benched Elam.
Yeah, and, he ain't just booth. He could cover a little bit, so we can keep him. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
this is the thing. We talk about Rebel. This nigga coming back from an injury, and we just want to throw him out there. We gotta stop. We gotta stop setting people up to fail.
It ain't we hand, it's them. I'm talking about what they gonna do. We ain't asking for this. They forcing this shit on us.
he said Elam trade value. Elam ain't got no trade value, boy. Tell you that right now. We all his, and when you on your last chance, and then if like to prove yourself, you ain't got no value
Not like that.
unless you balling. You know what I'm saying? Out of control. And even then, why would
I
you get
told you, bro. A trade, y'all gotta remember this. A trade gotta be something that you want too. Something they want too. Like it gotta sting a little bit. Real talk. It can't just be like, whew, unless you dealing with a fool. And most teams ain't fools, bro. Like, if you don't like Jalen Tolbert, they probably don't like Jalen Tolbert. You know what I'm saying? It's some special cases to where you might be able to catch somebody at the right time in the right moment and swindle them a little bit, but that shit just don't happen like that, man. Teams ain't dumb. It gotta be beneficial on both ends.
Shit, what happened to baby seat? Yeah, that's a good question, dog. Because that dude just collecting the early retirement. He collecting retirement while he playing.
Teaser said they expect niggas to come back from fully blown knees and cover these young niggas. It's crazy word. Fully blown knees is crazy. Like they be halfway blown out.
I think the people you can wave and dangle. I think for me, I think Tolbert on the block. I put Tolbert on the block real quick.
Do we have value like that?
I mean, as a wide receiver 3,
I'm telling you, that man ain't got enough value, bro.
you don't think
He
I know?
don't.
When we ain't,
Hell no.
Fuck.
then we ain't got no
Look, bro,
receivers
I'm
on the
telling
value.
you,
Then
you gotta
That-
think. I think with the Cowboys, when it comes to value, I think it trickle down to coaches and stuff too. You either gonna be overhyped or trash. It ain't no in between.
I think a team would take Tolbert. I think because especially if we throw a pick along with him, they'll take him.
But what am I getting back
What
in
you getting
return?
back, bro?
A
Is it
player.
gonna be worth it? A fifth?
Yeah,
Like I see, I was sending him to the Steelers and asked for one of their DNs.
they ain't enough value for them niggas.
Man, that dude, bro, a fifth round pick. Like I ain't gonna lie
Like,
to you,
I
bro.
sent him
Tolbert is not. I swear, I've been done with Tolbert. Like, and that's just being real. So I'm not taking up for him, but I'm looking at it like a fifth round pick who probably end up not even playing for you, compared to a guy who actually make catches sometimes and got chemistry with your quarterback. Like
You
that
tell
shit
me.
might pay off in certain games and certain situations. Like I'm not depending on it, but shit, it might be more valuable than a fifth round pick you get back that probably won't even make the field or the
Ryan,
team. This
Ryan,
nigga might not even be here.
Ryan Flournoy do have more trade value than that niggas right now, and I'm just
I
not.
wouldn't touch Flo. I'm
That's,
be honest with you.
but see, that's your point. Like
Yeah,
you trying to trade people we don't want, and niggas don't want the niggas we don't want. Is what we're trying
It
to
got to
convey.
sting a little bit. It got to sting a little bit.
Hey, you know what? I don't agree with it, but that's probably why them niggas said George Pickens. Cause we ain't got shit else. We ain't got shit.
they
Cause
may try to trade. I ain't gonna lie, they may try to trade Diggs.
you really think they're gonna trade Diggs? This is probably the lowest value Diggs is gonna ever have in his career, coming off of multiple injuries and then not playing up to his standard up to this point. So You should have traded Diggs when he was still good. If you were gonna trade his ass.
Yeah, but then when they don't like somebody, well, they'll do some shit like that. They'll trade the player that we like and get back the player we've been wanting. We've been craving for D tackle, and it took sacrifice of Micah to get that shit.
And still can't stop the run.
And
All
still,
right, fuck it. I gotta go to work, man. Cause I been done fucked around and stay on here another hour. So hey, y'all got any final thoughts y'all want to say after, before we close the door?
I'll just say, um, I don't know, bro. I don't know about this defense. I really don't. I'm talking about real talk. I think a new voice will help more than a player at this point. Believe it or not. Cause I'm telling you, bro, I refuse to believe my cornerbacks is that goddamn bad.
yeah,
I refuse to believe my line is that goddamn bad. I'm sorry. So I ain't gonna lie. I told you I think it's a confidence thing. And did y'all hear the press conference yesterday? Schottenheimer basically confirmed what we said, Lou. They
yeah,
not confident in this damn scheme.
yeah.
That's why I said you need a new voice, bro. We need a
Mhm.
new voice at defense. Get Fluke's ass up out of here. They don't want to listen to him. He's too damn brash and too goddamn stubborn. And don't even want to listen to his players or his head coach. This nigga think he got, I told you, he got the Supreme Court job where it's for life. That we don't know we don't know his contract or nothing. They gave him a lifetime contract and we don't know it. But get his ass up out of here, man. We need a new voice, bro. The defense ain't rocking with him, and it's not gonna get better until we get a new voice or until he win them over again. And I think he lost the locker room, to be real.
And that's why, yeah, I agree. Like he was very close to losing the locker room, and people won't admit when a coach can lose in the locker room, dog. Like if your scheme and nobody believes in your scheme, and I tell you, bro, it's not just your X's and O's, it's the why behind your scheme, dog. And if your why don't match what we're good at, I mean, we're gonna give it, some games, but if not, we're gonna have to, bro. It's gonna be hard for me to believe in this, and I don't. And then I think what really sent it over the top was that comment. Like people are really overlooking that grits comment when him calling out Diggs, bro. I really I I wonder if the team took that to heart. Like the defensive side of the ball took that to heart. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was feeding in. They were playing, even though it was just the Jets, bro. Like we be getting done in by every quarterback, but funny enough, it wasn't the Jets that came in when in the normal Cowboys team we would lose that, bro. We would give a perfect passer rating to Justin Fields, but we didn't, and it was and
Hey,
I
my
can't.
bad. Hold on. I just thought about this. But what if they you know how like you have a sibling and you be like you send him in there or her in there to ask for something because they the good one or the nice one. They did things like that. They like go and answer,
He ain't the good one though. That's the thing.
and
He
then they
did it.
spank them for it.
They probably said the one that don't care. And like
Yeah,
Deeks don't care right now because what I'm saying, the
his
nation
days are
against
numbered.
him, front office against him. He's like, bro, I'll do it. And you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's why I said when we don't got no voice on that defensive side of the ball, but everybody thought we did. And
Mm.
it's showing now.
Lou, that man said they gotta beg people to talk. That's all I want to end with. He said we gotta beg them to communicate. He didn't say that beg. He said what he said force. He said something like that, bro.
He said
Real talk.
you gotta yeah. He said something like they gotta ask folks to talk, but
Nobody's talking in that defensive room, bro.
yeah, that
That's
they
just, so
ain't
they're
no
not friends.
leadership.
They just click some clicks. See, and Tuck tweeted this yesterday. I'm in on this. Tuck tweeted said, "How you expecting some guys to work together and they all on a bunch of 1 year deals?"
Right, and they ain't gonna be here.
Exactly.
Like nigga, I'm getting ready for my next team. But hey, I thank y'all for coming on here. I'm sorry that I gotta end this so soon. I do have to got bills to pay and people to put out. So God bless America. God bless y'all. And fuck Matt Eberflus, dog.